It's good to see you. I'm actually waiting for a video to do its thing. I have this new video editing software. Well, it's not really new. I've actually had it for a while, but I haven't really played with it a lot. I played with it some when I made the blooper video. That was the first real experience I had with it. And since YouTube has done away with their video editor, I actually use that quite a bit to stick videos together. Well, I can't do that anymore because they have done away with it. So there is no more YouTube video editor. So I'm actually using my software to try to edit videos. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff it can do. I don't even understand half of this stuff. That's one really cool thing about making these videos is that I've learned a lot. I mean, I didn't know how to do any of the stuff I do now. 2 years ago, I couldn't do half the stuff I do now. So it's really cool. I've learned a lot, but it can be really frustrating at the same time. But I did want to tell you, I want to thank somebody. I don't know if he wants me to use his whole name, so I'm not going to. But a friend of mine, one of my subscribers, sent me an intro, like an 8-second intro video for my channel, and I love it. It is so cool. I'm going to try to show it to you tonight at the beginning of the video that I am now that is processing. I did a video that's based on Edward Scissorhands, which is one of my favorite movies. And spoiler, that's who I'm going as for Halloween this year. I'm going to do a makeover video where I do the makeup and everything for Edward Scissorhands. I just got the costume in the mail a couple days ago, so I'm really excited. I don't have the stuff to do the makeup yet. I've been watching a few tutorials on YouTube on how to do Edward's makeup. I've never done it before, so I'm gonna have to kind of figure it out. But I'll do a video kind of like I did last year with the Joker when I did the Joker in the nurse costume. So yeah, I'll do that. But at the beginning of that video, I'm going to show you the intro, and I'm really sorry. I'm probably mispronouncing this name, and this is the first name, Gerson. I'm sorry if you're watching and I mispronounced it. I'm really sorry, but I love the intro, and it's actually better. I paid somebody on Fiverr to make one for me. Yours is better than the one that they made me, and it's awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any requests, let me know, because the little intro is so cool. It's 8 seconds, and it's so simple and it's so perfect. It's exactly what I was looking for. And he sent it to me just as a way to say thank you. So, and I don't want to butcher your name. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Gerson, Gerson. I know I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry. But thank you so much, because it's really cool. And hopefully, if I can figure out how the video editing software works, it will be at the very beginning of the Edward Scissorhands inspired video that I made tonight. And it's short, it's not very long, and it's not very good. I made part of it the first minute and a half. I made it in my attic because I was looking, thinking about where Peg and Edward were in that scene. They were kind of in the top of the castle, and the only background I have in my house that even remotely resembles that is my attic. So I went up in the attic, and it's hotter than the hinges of hell up there right now. I swear it must have been at least 100 degrees up there. It was so hot. So fortunately, it was very short, and I didn't have to stay up there very long. But I wanted the background to look right. And I do apologize. There was a super bright light right above me. The lighting is not great. There's nothing I could do about it. I didn't want to hang around up there long enough to try to figure out some better lighting because it was really hot. So maybe all over in the fall and winter I could make some other videos up there and play around with lighting and stuff, because I think there's a lot of potential in that attic. I can think of all kinds of videos I can make up there. That's beside the point. Another thing that's been going on lately is I'm trying to change the way I deal with trolls, and I've had several lately. but I've changed my filters, so their messages, most of them get caught in the filter and you don't ever see them. I've changed the keywords that the keywords for stuff that's filtered out. And I was watching this Mr. Rogers clip. If you remember Mr. Rogers, I grew up watching him like most people in the United States did. Wonderful man, wonderful man. I was watching this clip, and I'll put a link to it in the description. And I think the title was just Mr. Rogers Pottery ASMR. I love that video. It is so good. Oh my God, the Lady Dolly, the way she talks, especially when she's explaining rolling the clay into coils to make the pot. Love that. I will rewind that 100 times and watch it. But I was watching that, and I was thinking about these trolls. And it just occurred to me, I thought, okay, if Mr. Rogers and Dolly were sitting at this table making this pot, and all of a sudden, this troll, this one in particular, there was one lady who apparently had nothing to do for about 3 days, because over the span of about 3 days, she went through and commented on about 70 of my videos. Some of them go back 2 years, and I did a search for everything that she posted to my videos. There were 70 to 75 videos she had posted on, and it was horrible. She must have spent hours doing it. I don't understand who does that. But anyway, I tried to imagine Mr. Rogers and Dolly sitting at the table making their coils for the pot. And then all of a sudden, this lady comes busting in the door and starts talking to Mr. Rogers the way she was talking to me. And not nice stuff. Not nice at all. Very frightfully detailed. Like, she's watched a lot of my videos and knows a lot about me that she's picked up from watching all my videos. It's crazy. I found that the trolls seem to know more about me than anyone. But I thought, okay, what would Mr. Rogers do if he's sitting here with Dolly making the pot, and this lady comes busting in and starts talking to him the way she talked to me? What would he do? And I just imagined that Mr. Rogers would get up, he would excuse himself from the table, he would look to Dolly, kind of bow and say, "Excuse me a moment," and he would stand up and he would approach this person, and he would gently just show her out the door and say, "No, thank you," and he would just close the door. That's just what Mr. Rogers would do. He wouldn't get mad. He wouldn't yell. He wouldn't try to engage this person. He would just say, "No, thank you," and he would sort of gently just show her out and close the door. So I've decided to try to approach this like Mr. Rogers would. What would Mr. Rogers do with these people? And I think Mr. Rogers would just politely say, "No, thank you," and he would block them all. So that's what I've started doing. Instead of disabling the comments, and it is a bit more work, but I've just started blocking people who have nothing better to do than to say these things. So I blocked this person and reported her for a few of the messages that were threatening. They were threatening me, literally threatening me. So I reported her and blocked her. So hopefully she will not come back under a new name or something. Anyway, I found a new peace of mind just being able to look at it as Mr. Rogers would and saying, "No, thank you," and showing her the door. So I've done that. I've made notes because I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. The other thing, I have had several people ask me if I would do a role play video of like a young person coming out to their parents, and I would love to do that, but I do have a couple questions that maybe the people who requested it might be able to answer. I'm not exactly sure how you want me to go about that. Like, would I be the parent? Because if so, you won't be able to hear the other person and what they're saying. Or do you want me to be the young person saying things to the parent? See, I'm not really sure. I want to do it. I'm just not sure what direction I should take it. I don't know how to I've thought about it a lot. I'm not really sure how to approach it, but I would love to do that. I just need a little help. If you have any suggestions, that would be great. And then I can see about doing that. So, but yeah, I'm waiting for my editing software, and I have another video I want to try to make tonight, but it's getting kind of late, and I really need to get some sleep. But so yeah, if you would let me know about the coming out video, I would really appreciate it, and I will see about getting that done. And hopefully I can get the Edward Scissorhands video uploaded tonight as well, if I can figure out how to coordinate and maneuver in that software. It's a little confusing, but I think I'll get used to it eventually. But anyway, yeah, I'll put a link to the Mr. Rogers video if you haven't seen it. It's so relaxing, and I don't know why, it makes me emotional to watch him, because it's just these two people, and they're so gentle and they're so pure. And I think in this world, especially these days, we're all so charged up, and it's just nice to take a minute and watch two people working together, doing something simple but beautiful at the same time. It's so relaxing to me to watch that. And I do get some tingles from it, especially when Dolly is showing us how to make the coils. Oh, it's really good. It's really good. But I'll put that link in the description. If you would let me know about the coming out video, I'd really appreciate it. And I hope that you're having a good day. And I will see you again really soon.